Welcome to the gift center of the at-home program. Today we're talking gifts, things that we can make from the kitchen. But before we get started with that, I want to give you some suggestions for some very special gifts from very special people that I know that make this program possible, and that's our sponsors. May I offer some suggestions? Foodland has a complete, a really great way of sending a gift certificate you can put on your credit card or whatever. In the brochure that you're going to be getting when you send for today's recipes, we're going to include all the information, 800 number, get a gift certificate from Foodland, $15 and up. They'll even mail it for you. Great idea. Then my friend Judy McCurdy, who has Hair Designs by Judy, how about a gift certificate from her shop for a perm or for maybe $25 amount or whatever. A gift certificate from Judy McCurdy's Hair Designs would be a great idea. We'll give the information on how you can get in touch with her. How about these favorite people of mine that always do such a great job? This is the Jordan Banana Company in Dravosburg, PA. Is this a beautiful fruit basket? Let me turn this around. Look at this. Every kind of first-class fruit. I mean, these grapes are gorgeous, the pears, the everything, and they do them up fine, but they need your order early because they are swamped at this time of the year. And then our great friends at Wooley's Balcony Cookware. You can go down there, talk to Carolyn. I'm going to tell you, you want a mixer, they have a mixer that I use, and everybody in this place wants to have one like that. And there's a couple of girls that will even tell you, hey guys, don't forget this is what I want for Christmas, because it's so handy. Seriously, they've got a great selection at the Balcony Cookware, and there's every price range of item, from a big mixer to a small mixer to whatever you need. These are just some suggestions. I feel at this time of the year, these people have been good to us on At Home all year long because they sponsor us. They keep us in the fresh fruits and vegetables, in the groceries, keep my hair looking nice, and I think it does, and other things. So I want to take this time just to suggest that maybe you'd like to call them and set up something for a gift for someone that's very special to you. Well, besides those kind of gifts, these gifts today that we're going to be preparing are from the kitchen, full of love and from our heart. We'll be back to get started in just a minute. Here's today's at-home hint. To dress up a jar for gift giving, cut out 6-inch squares of Christmas fabric and center a square on top of a lidded jar. Screw on the band and the fabric will gather into a ruffle.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Well, here we are. Roll those sleeves up because we've got lots to do. Follow me closely. Remember, all these recipes are in the booklet that we're going to offer at the end of the program. I'm going to be talking fast. We're going to do a lot of things here today. This particular one, it's called ranch oyster crackers. It's great to give as a treat. It's great to put in a little apothecary jar, put a bow. We're going to show you some of those things at the end of the program. It's just one box of oyster crackers, all right? And what we're going to add here is a package of the ranch-style dry dressing. This is the original formula, not the newfangled ones or whatever, but just the original formula. Put that in a bowl. Have your oven set at 300 degrees because we're going to bake these in the oven for a little while. We've got some lemon pepper we're going to add there. We've got some dill weed, one of my favorites, garlic powder, all right? Then we're going to take our whip, and it's 1 cup of salad oil, and we're going to mix that all around. Now, if you want to vary the different flavors, I think you could add different spices if you liked it. Mix it up real well. And honest, this is so easy, I'm almost ashamed to tell you, but it tastes so good because this is one of those like snacks that everybody really enjoys. You just pour this over the crackers, right? Let's scrape it out to make sure we get all the goodies. And we're going to mix this up real well. Have your cookie sheet ready, standing by, because once you coat these very well, all over, coat them really well. This adds this little bit of green fleck to it, and I'll tell you what, this is a snack that anybody would like to have because this keeps, spread them out in your cookie sheet. This is going to go into an oven, 300-degree oven, for about, let me see, 20 minutes, I believe it is, 15 to 20 minutes. But what you want to do is spread them out evenly. All right, all over. Spread them out, spread them out. And we're going to pop those in the oven. I'm going to tell you, this is a great gift for someone who enjoys different and unusual snacks. We're going to set our timer, 15 to 20. What do we say? If it's in between, I will settle for 18, all right? Next thing that we're going to prepare is called Holiday Sugared Nuts. There's so many pans going in the fire today, I hardly remember what we're doing. Let me see, make sure something over here isn't getting too hot. All right, what we've done is taken 1 egg white and 1 teaspoon of water, and we've beaten that stiffly beaten egg white. Now we're going to add, this is sugar, plain old sugar. We're going to start to add that and keep beating it. And we also have some cinnamon and some nutmeg. I would say about a half a teaspoon of each, all right? Half a teaspoon of each. And this is about half a cup of sugar. Now you're going to notice that the egg whites are going to get stiffer and stiffer. And this doesn't look like it's going to make a lot, but honest, it does. This is something that's so delicious because this is also a great gift. This is nice to give the mailman, or how about the guy that gets the mail for you when you're on vacation? How about the paper boy? How about a neighbor who's been really nice, looked after the house when you were away? How about the little boy down the street who comes up and cuts the grass or shovels the walks for you? Something like that. These are the kind of gifts from the heart that people enjoy most because you put a part of yourself in them. Now, after you've got that to that consistency, you're going to take 1 cup of walnuts, cup of cashews, 1 cup of pecans. Easy enough. And you just have to mix this until these are well coated. By that I mean that egg white, that stiffly beaten egg white that has the sugar in it now, has to be totally covering those nuts. Because again, what you're going to do with this is put this in a 250-degree oven, a slow oven, but it's going to be for 1 hour. And in that 1 hour, you have to, every 15 minutes, set your timer, 15 minutes, and then when it rings, go and stir them up. And then set it for another 15 minutes and go and stir them up because they have to get crisp on all sides. This is what we do. Once you're at this point, you just pour them into the cookie sheet. I tell you, these are quick and easy. You could take one evening and make enough gifts from the kitchen for a whole lot of people because these are all super easy. And you want to flatten them out as much as possible and even separate them as much as possible. Now what you'll find is some of this egg white will stick to the pan as it's baking, but when you're turning them, take a spatula and go under that as much as you can and turn them over. This is very easy and tasty, especially if your family likes and enjoys nuts. I mean, some families are just plain nuts. I mean, they enjoy them so much they're nuts about nuts. But this is something I know that it would be great for a gift or even great for your family to enjoy. Honest, that's all there is to it. There's not another thing. It goes in for 1 hour total time, but every 15 minutes keep turning it 250 degrees. Now, let's talk about, it's called Christmas Rocky Road Fudge. What I've done, we've taken a can of sweetened condensed milk, not evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, and 1 package of semi-sweet chocolate bits. Put them in a pan and let them melt. This is what it looks like when it's melting. All right? Now, you have 1 package of marshmallows, these tiny little baby marshmallows, 1 package. And you're going to take 2 cups of dry roasted peanuts. That's the kind, not with the oil, but the ones that are dry. When you touch them, they feel very dry. You're going to combine them together, mix them up. Have a glass. I like to do this as a gift. I buy a new 13 by 9 glass baking dish like this. And if you're not giving it as the dish as the gift, you would line this with wax paper and then pour this in. But I like to give the dish as a gift, as part of the gift. They can eat the goodies out of it, but they also have a nice baking dish. You can do that with a loaf bread, whatever. Anyway, then you're going to pour this chocolate over the marshmallows and the peanuts. Now let me caution you, don't melt the chocolate and leave it on the heat, because I'll tell you what, if you get chocolate too hot, it'll wad up in a ball and you will not have it liquid enough that you can't. See, chocolate's funny. It has to be tempered. If you leave it on the heat too long, sometimes you do that and not even realize it because the phone rings or the kids need to come in or the dog's out biting the neighbor or something. Well, those things, you don't want that to happen and leave that on. If you go out, you absolutely must turn the electric off or turn the gas off under your pan, move the pan off the burner. Don't go out and leave it there, because it's really important to practice good safety rules. Now, let's see. We have to mix this, and this sometimes is the hardest part. Wish you could smell it. It smells so good. And it's difficult because that chocolate wants to wad up, but you keep working with it. It'll get mixed. It will get mixed. The best time to do it is once you melt that chocolate. That's when you use it, when it's nice and creamy. This is waiting to begin the program. My chocolate got a little stiffer because it started to set up, you see. And I went back and tried to heat it. It will be all right, but it's better to use it the first time. When it gets liquid, when it's melted, use it immediately. All of these recipes will be in our booklet, our very special Christmas booklet that we've put together that has all the recipes from the last couple of weeks, this week, and of course next week it's very special because it's Christmas week. And even we included the recipes for a special New Year's Day dinner. So I know that when it comes time to tell you that information at the end of the program, you'll want to be sure to have a pencil and paper to take that information down. Well, we've got them mixed up pretty good. We're going to pour this into our pan. Now remember, if you don't want this dish to go, you would have this lined with wax paper. It's very important that you remember that. Okay? And then basically all you do is just spread it out. Spread it to the corners. You could use milk chocolate. You could use, this is semi-sweet. The milk chocolate makes up a very nice rocky road. This is such an easy gift idea for the neighbor next door. How about for the mother-in-law that really likes chocolate and just doesn't make it anymore because maybe she lives alone or whatever. Or maybe you have some niece or nephew that is kind of like, we got a guy here where we are at home and he is absolutely a chocoholic. This guy could eat chocolate first thing in the morning. Now, I'm not advocating that, but there are people that like that. They would love this. This is the type of thing. Put wax paper over this, put this in the refrigerator, and let it chill. It's really important for you to do that. When it comes time to give it, put a clear piece of plastic wrap, nice big bow, little gift card, you're ready to go. Well, we've done our nuts, we've done our Rocky Road fudge, we've done our ranch oyster crackers. The next thing we want to do is a gift bread, some kind of a bread. I like Christmas breads. I think it's always nice to have a banana bread or a nut bread, those types, a date nut bread. This is a quick pineapple and nut bread. Very easy to do. First of all, we're going to take our butter, which is 1/4 of a cup, 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Need my trusty mixer here. I tell you, if you're looking for a gift idea, you can't afford the large KitchenAid mixer. Your wife would love one of these, mister, I know. Come on, ladies, tell them, this is what I want. This is such a good little mixer. So much more power than the other little tiny, nobody's paying me to say this, I'm just telling you what I endorse because this is a great little appliance. We're gonna cream the sugar and the butter. You know, I believe in affirming what I believe in. And if I use something and I like it, I tell you. If I use something and I don't like it, I'll tell you that too, because I just feel that I have a right to do that. Okay, we're gonna cream this together. And it should come out real nice and smooth. Meanwhile, before you start, you need to have a loaf pan very heavily greased with Crisco or some shortening or butter, either one. And it's important to do that because you're going to want to get that bread out of that pan. And if you don't do that, Believe me, it's not coming out easy. Okay? Now that the butter's flying all over the place and I'm losing it, I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 eggs. There's 1. There's 2. All right? And I'm going to mix that together very, very well. You could have added the sugar a little bit by little to the butter to make it fluffy. If you're in a hurry like I am kind of today so I can get to all of these things, then you can do it this way. It will work out the same way. You just need to make sure that everything is incorporated together. Let me talk a little bit about freezing cookies and how you do that. If there's a cookie that is a crisp cookie, that gets frozen in an airtight container. Don't mix moist cookies with crisp cookies. The moisture from the moist cookie will go into your crisp cookie and make it soggy. So you don't mix cookies in tins or in bags that you're freezing. Keep them separate. Sometimes if you have an almond flavor, it will touch all the other cookies and flavor them almond, and you don't want that. You want every cookie to have its individual flavor. You need to wrap them as airtight as you possibly can if you're freezing. And when you bring them out of the freezer, don't open them up and let the air get to them because they'll dry out. Leave them completely wrapped and let them come to room temperature, and you'll find out you'll have a nice, moist, kind of fresh tasting cookie. Really important to do that. All right, we have our eggs in here, our sugar, and our butter. Now we're going to take 2 cups of Bisquick. That's that baking mix. We're going to add that. We're also going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to take about a cup of chopped walnuts, or any other kind of nut that you'd like. If you like pecans, do pecans. And 1 cup, get this, of crushed pineapple. This makes this such a refreshing, sometimes in the holidays, everything's chocolate, everything's nuts, everything has an icing, well, this is so refreshing because this is a very fruity taste and really quite a delicious taste. And now all you're going to do is just mix this up. And you just fold it in, stirring it. That pineapple has such a nice flavor, such a nice smell. And it kind of, like I said, it is a relief not to have the chocolate and the nuts and the icings and all of that. This is just a nice, it's a quick bread because you don't have yeast and all that stuff in it. It's a quick bread. Using that baking mix, the Bisquick too, really helps because you can get done, you can do it quicker because they have already added a lot of the things that you would need in a bread like this to that baking mix. So when I'm in a hurry, I don't have a problem using something like that to help me do my job better and quicker. Now we're going to take I'm going to get my scraper. And you don't have to keep mixing this until it's like a smooth batter. You don't really need to do that. You're never going to have a smooth batter, one, because you've got pineapple and walnuts in there. But you just want to mix it until it's totally mixed together. Then we're going to pour this into our pan. All right. Boy, that sounds like this is a great presentation. I'm pouring it into the pan, and it's working. Hallelujah. It really is. Don't you love Christmas music? Tell you, when I start hearing music like that, it makes my heart rejoice to think of the celebration of this wonderful season that we know of as Christmas. But more than that, it's the celebration of the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. It does my heart good to know that the world all over celebrates the birth of our King, the one that we serve. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 45 minutes. Now, don't automatically say, well, 45 minutes is up, it's done, bring it out. Because you know what will happen probably? It'll fall. You take a toothpick, don't put it at this end, don't put it at this end, put it right in the center, the highest, thickest part. And if it comes out clean, there are no little bits of batter on it, there's no morsels of anything, it's clean, then it's finished. If it comes out wet, like there are little bits of batter, go another 2 or 3 minutes. Keep setting your timer. Don't say, oh, I'll remember it, because it'll be burned if you do it like that. You don't do that. You 2 or 3 minutes and you test it. You keep testing it until it comes out clean. Take it out, cool it on a wire rack, go around the edge of the pan, loosen it. Really important to do that. Take your knife, go around the whole edge of the pan. Start at the edge and just start lifting until this loosens up. Then start this way, lifting until it loosens up. Then you tilt it out onto a cooling rack. Push it back over so that the top is up, the bottom is on the bottom, and let it cool until it's really cool. You can wrap it at that point and put it in the freezer, or you can wrap it and give it as a gift. But this bakes for about 45 to 50 minutes, all right?
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, we're moving right along. Let's see, that's 4 different gift ideas that we've given. And you know, one of the things we have to remember is that the cookies that we've baked for the last couple of weeks can be a very, very welcome gift. Believe me when I tell you that people who used to bake and cook and no longer can because they're impaired, maybe they're shut-ins, maybe they just can't get around anymore, boy, do they enjoy those home-baked cookies from someone just like you. Well, let's go for another idea for gift. This is unusual, this is different, no baking, no cooking, just a real fast, quick gift idea. What I have here is, these are whole pitted dates. They come in a box, you get 8 ounce or you can get the pound box. But I just have a few left because I've already done some that we're going to show you at the end of the program. These are whole dates that have the pit taken out, and I have some slivered almonds here, as you can see. I have some pecans. You could use walnuts, whole almonds, whatever, really, any kind of nut that you wanted to use. And I've got some sugar. I also have some cream cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese, that I have watered down or softened down with a couple of tablespoons of milk. The way you do that, put a chunk of cream cheese in a bowl, put the milk there, and just keep beating it and beating it and beating it until it gets very, very soft. Then you can use it in your cake decorator tube or a pastry bag, either one. I have an open star tip on the end here, and all you're going to do is take your date and look for the hole where they took the pit out. Insert the tube and then just squeeze. Looky there, you've got cream cheese stuffed in that date. Roll it in sugar, and this makes a great gift. It really does. You can do, if you didn't want to do the cream cheese, take some of the almonds and just stuff them in that date wherever. See, I'll get the other end here where the pit's out. There we go. You can stuff a couple of slivered almonds in that same hole. This is a real treat for people who enjoy dates. Some people really like them, some people hate them. I think they're very good for you. This, you don't cook, you don't do anything. You just stuff them and then roll them, and you have it completely finished. And look how impressive. Put that in a little card box, maybe a piece of plastic in the bottom. Wrap the box, the lid of the box. Put a bow on it. People think, boy, I wonder what's in here. Let me caution you. If you use anything like cream cheese, or if you give a gift that needs to be refrigerated in any way, it's very, very important for you to include that on the gift label outside. It says, please refrigerate me. If you go into the house and the hostess or the host, the one you're giving the gift to, is so excited, they put the box down and forget it, it's your job to make sure it gets to the refrigerator, because you don't want to ruin the gift, and they'll be thankful for it. Well, we'll be back to show you everything that we've made today in just a minute. Stay tuned. Here's how you can get all of these holiday recipes in one booklet. Here's how you can do it.
Just go to ctvn.org/athome to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, no subscriptions. They're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/athome to get today's recipes now.
Well, I have to show you, this is the bounty from 3 weeks that we've been bringing you programs I want to show you. Let's take a little journey. Here are our ranch oyster crackers, our sugared walnuts and cashews and pecans. There's the pineapple nut gift bread. Isn't it beautiful? Our ice cream nut rolls. Next to that, the praline bars. Here are the lace cookies. And how about those stuffed dates? Don't they look great? Keep refrigerated. Here are our cookies that were our butter cookies, rolled butter cookies. On the top layer here are the almond finger cookies and our orange cookies. Yummer, they smell so good. In the center then, we go to, this is our crisp sugar cookie, light and flaky and delicious. Next to it, the gift of the Rocky Road fudge. This makes a wonderful gift suggestion and is easy as can be. Your kids can make that for Grandma. Be sure to join us next time because it just won't be the same without you, because it's going to be Christmas brunch. We'll see you then.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Fresh produce provided by Jordan Banana, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, PA. Cookware provided by Woolies. Your favorite gourmet deserves the best for less from Woolly Balcony Cookware. Groceries provided by Foodland, where the answer is always yes. Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.